Boy oh boy, have I got some sweet Infect news for you, because look at this list. This is very spicy. I'm sure you will immediately recognize that this is a Sultai Infect list, and it should be noted that, wow, this was quite hot. We actually just had the Magic Online Champions Showcase, in which 2 out of the 8 competitors were playing the exact same Sultai Infect list. And in fact, one of them took the win. So first place and also fourth place. I should note that they had one sideboard card differently, but for all the rest, they played exactly the same list. I thought it was very interesting. I'm going to play exactly the same list that they played in the showcase. Now, I am going to point out some things that I disagree with, or I would play differently. And I do want to point out that the Champions Showcase, keep in mind that this is played by 8 players. And I'm just going to pop open the website right here. This is played by only 8 players, the 2 top competitors, and they compete against each other to be able to qualify for, I think it's the World Championships. So I should note that the reason why they played Infect is probably because they were metagaming hard against a certain field, and then it does make sense why Infect could be a very good choice indeed, especially with Crusader being that good. And it's also nice that we see that Infect actually had the win right here. And they decided to play Sultai without Rens, but I'll go into that soon. I thought this was extremely funny because if you look at this tournament, again, only 8 players. The tournament archetype breakdown is Infect 25% and Creativity 25%. So that's not something that you see a whole lot, but Infect is the #1 top archetype. Tournament most played cards: Spell Pierce, Emrakul, Watery Grave. These are, wow, this is wild, dude. This is really funny for a modern top most played cards. So let's dive in, shall we? Again, I should note this is only 8 players, and I'm very sure that these players metagamed hard, and they probably knew what they were up against. They probably knew the decks that the other players usually played, and I'm sure they did their research and developed their deck list accordingly. So let's go over the deck list, the choices that they made, and what I would do differently, and why I think they made certain decisions, shall we? So first of all, let's go to the mana base. 20 lands. Now, these are not playing Rens, so the only 3 drops that you're playing in the main board are just Crusaders, and the only 2 drops that you have are Blooded Agents. So playing lesser lands is okay. You can usually pull that off. Something that I find a bit weird is the Watery Grave. I don't think I would ever play Watery Grave. You know, being blue-black, if you have it in your opening hand, is very awkward because you want to play Nobles. I guess 1 is fine, though. That's just something that I have my doubts about. I would probably play a Forest here instead. But again, I'm just going to play the list because who knows? I mean, they just won the showcase and I didn't, so maybe they are correct and I'm wrong. So let's give it a try. Then pretty much the main board is pretty stock. What I do find interesting here is the 4 Rancors, not something that I would ever try out. I've played the Gem Raisers instead, and I've gone up to 2 Rancors at a certain point, but they decided to go for 4 Rancors. Very interesting. Let's dive in and see how that works. Also, a card that I like very much is Snakeskin Veil. They decided to play 0 copies. They just play all the good pump spells. 2 ground spell, that's pretty stock, at least it was in the past. They play 1 Blossoming Defense. I would probably prefer Snakeskin here, but it's pretty much the same, right? 4 Thoughtseize, 2 Spell Pierce, that's interesting, especially them not playing Fatal Pushes. I think that's another meta call because they probably knew what the opponents were going to be doing. Otherwise, it's a pretty stock. You play the Crusaders, you play the Agents to have a very good main board. Sideboard, also pretty stock. Force of Vigors and Endurance is an auto-include. If you're not playing Fatal Push in the main, you want it in the sideboard. And Spell Pierce and Veil of Summer is also very good. Veil of Summer, you know, very good against the discard spells and black removal spells. That makes sense. And Spell Pierce to go up to 4. I like that. I really love Spell Pierce. I play 4 in my blue-green build as well. So it makes sense you want to do that here as well. One card I really can't wrap my head around is the Emrakul. Sure, you play it against Mill, and it's really good against Mill, but even if you would want to metagame against Mill, I would still just prefer the 4th Endurance, because it's much more flexible. And Emrakul, you know, Mill is already such a good matchup, and especially when you're playing Veil of Summers and Spell Pierce and Endurance, I don't really think you need the Emrakul. So, I don't know, maybe I'm missing a matchup here. I think it's for Mill. I can't think of anything else who really want this. that was just my main idea. But again, I just wanted to ram their exact 75 and see how it goes. But the first thing I would make as a change in this build is probably just swap the Emrakul for a 4th Endurance. That would be an easy change for me personally. But let's just see how it goes, because they won the showcase and I didn't again. So let's see where we end up. Okay, so for the first round, this opening hand, not too terribly exciting. But I mean, I'm playing against the Gigantha deck and I have Crusader, so I guess that's a keep. Potentially, I can just slam down Crusader turn 1 and just win, but if I draw one more pump spell. So I'm on the draw 2, so I think I'm going to keep. I'd rather keep this than mulligan into a bad 6. It's not bad. I can also draw a card with Nurturing Peatland, so basically, if you're playing against a red deck and you have Crusader, I don't think you ever want a mulligan. Let's see if we get there. Start off with a mountain and Kumino something. 1 damage to each Planeswalker. No. Okay, sure, that's fine. It's red, so I can just ignore the fact that this exists. I think I want to start with Thoughtseize here, actually. Or I could also play the Noble. Maybe I just want to Thoughtseize first. Let's see what's up. So, I have double blue. So I think I'm going to take the Tomb here. And let us Thoughtseize straight away. Okay. So I think I want to get rid of this Kumino. They have spikes anyway, so let's just get this. Reducing my life total quite a bit. But this is fine. I'm 1 pump spell away from just crushing them on next turn. I probably just play the Noble and Breeding Pool tapped. So to play a Mountain, probably going to Lava Spike. If I have Crusader and I find a pump spell, I don't see how I can lose this one here. So now I think I'm just going to pop off all of these things. Kind of want them to use removal spells on these. It's really irrelevant, really. So let's just yield. We will see the power of the Phyrexian Crusader. It's so good. It's really the only reason why you should play black. Look at this. The Phyrexian Crusader is going to be a house. Play Darcy, that's fine. Play a Mountain, sure. They have a spike left, so one card I don't know about. Makes sense. They want to play Darcy first, so they can spike and then surveil. Should I block this Kumino? I actually think I should. The thing is, I just don't want to die, because once I have the Crusader, I can block their creatures infinitely, and I just don't want to take damage. Especially if I find 1/1 pump spell, they can't block me anyway, so I don't really need the Noble, because if I slam it with Crusader once, that's going to deal 3 anyway. So I think it's better to just block now that I still can, because you never know what they could have that deals me a huge amount of damage immediately. They put Darcy back. Okay, so I don't have Delirium yet, that's good. Definitely going to play Crusader. We found the pump spell, so I think definitely not going to play the Vibe. So I'm just going to kill them next turn. So I think the way we played it here, not blocking, is certainly correct. If I'm going to win here, it's just basically all pure off of Crusader. So how can we lose? If they bolt me, that means they have an instant in here, and then this one has Delirium, so that could be a thing. If they have an instant, I'm dead because I can't block the flying. Now, however, they play a Mountain. I don't know what's in their hand, but if they had an instant, they would have played it last turn, I believe. Because okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay, so that sucks. Exact Seize. That kind of blows. So I think against this deck, Thoughtseize isn't that good, because you saw that I really can't afford to take too much life. So I'm going to cut these. I like Spell Piercers here. I think they are better than Thoughtseize because I don't want to reduce my life total all that much. I could play Endurances, but I don't think I want to. Not against this deck. It's a bit too slow. You're gonna be fast. I could also do a split of 2 spell pierce, 2 endurance. Maybe I should do that. And there we go. Submit the deck. Damn. That lightning bolt. I think I called upon it by myself. Shouldn't have said that lightning bolt would have killed me. That's my bad. That's my own damn fault. And if we wanted to play, would have won. But that's always a thing when you're playing Infect. Being on the play is so important. So much better than being on the draw. Easy mulligan. Yep, Crusader, so I'm gonna keep. I don't need this breeding pool. Turn 2 Crusader. That would be game over probably. Probably gonna fetch up a forest if I do untap. Because mono red, that means they play Blood Moon. Let us yield through the turn. Bauble is fine. They're probably thinking about whether or not they should destroy the noble. Yep. That's really okay. Okay, my turn. Cool, just gonna play the fetch, pass. Let's yield until the next end step. I will resolve this Crusader and then just kill them. Probably now gonna fetch up another Overgrown Tomb so I can fetch up a Forests next turn. They just bolt me. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Darcy, Spike, sure. I think I probably have to mulligan until I find Crusader, really. You know what? I should probably fetch up that Watery Grave right now. Huh. Guess I was wrong about the Watery Grave. Could also be too soon, you know. I'm still not convinced. I will fetch up a forest now. Because, again, Blood Moon. That is something that I'm afraid of. Bauble, sure. Forests. Black, black, green. Now, me fetching up the Watery Grave does mean that I will not be able to kill them immediately next turn. However, if I would have gotten Overgrown Tomb and I would have drawn Spell Pierce, I would not be able to play that or my Blood Relation. So it's decisions, you know. I could have just gone for double Grove into Forest so I could just kill them. But right now, I'm not feeling the pressure yet. And I wanted to play around Blood Moon because that is a big yikes. Definitely would have gotten Forest. Spike. They put it on top. That's a good sign. Another bolt. Lava dart. Sure. Okay, that's what I needed. I'm just going to kill them now. Doesn't really matter what I get. Might. Finds. Boom! Good game! Yeah, I think I heavily have to... I think I have to heavily mulligan until I find Crusader. I think it's the only way how I can win against this deck, you know. They are so fast. Especially on the draw, I will bring in the Spell Pierces instead of Endurance. I will not have the time to just kill their creatures, so I think I need to be fast. Really want to have Fatal Push in this matchup because the creatures are the most scary thing, because the other bolt damage is much slower, so easy mulligan here. Yeah, I'm a bit afraid 20 lands in this list is yikes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I have bolts. I don't wanna... What am I saying? Bolt. I don't play bolt. Fatal Push. I have removal. I think I'm gonna put away the Rancor. Don't want to mulligan to 5 if my opponent keeps 7. Let me start by saying that this hand is not particularly good. it lacks a threat, but I think I just have to accept that I may just lose without ever playing an Infect threat. But at least I have Fatal Push. It's something to do. Okay, that's at least something good. So with my opponent, I kind of want them to use all of their stuff, and then I just push the Soul Scar when I can. So I want them to use their spells as much right now, so I can untap with Ignoble, play Nexus. And I can just animate, and then... This is interesting. I think I just kill the Soul Scar regardless. On Soul Scar, the real thing is that if a source will deal damage, it gives -1/-1 counts, so my creatures do still die, and that's a big deal. That's really, really bad for us. Oh, this is excellent. This is what I was hoping for. This is perfect. I'm very happy to be able to show you this. So this is why I didn't want to immediately just use the Fatal Push, because they are going to use all their stuff right now, and especially MTG growth is just not going to do anything. So sure, let's see. Make them do everything first. Don't give them information that you don't need to give them. So let them use all of their surveils first, because if I would push right now, that could change the way they surveil. So Scar. Another surveil. Down to 2 cards as well. They leave it on top too. Okay, nice. So now we're gonna kill it. Definitely gonna get Tomb here. Yes. Let's get rid of that bad boy. I'm thinking right now if I want to play Nexus or Ignoble. So I have 2 options. Either I'm going to play Noble and play Breeding Pool to try and protect it with Might. However, basically every removal spell just kills it anyway. Or I can play Inkmold Nexus into Ignoble, and if they bolt Ignoble, sure, so be it. And I think that's actually better. It's possible they don't have removal left, because they have used... They went pretty much all in. Try and kill me ASAP. Now, if we untap with this Ignoble here, that would be perfect. Okay, yeah, that's a good sign. They could also have 2 removal spells left, and they really want to keep them for the Inkmoth Nexus. However, Mountain. And if they play Blood Moon now, I'm just fucked. That's fine. I guess they're gonna instant now or sorcery now, so they have double the surveil triggers and they can potentially block. Okay, so we have sorcery. So if they shields are down, so depending on what they surveil, we could just kill them out of nowhere. And the good part here is I'm just going to Might. They will have to block. Well, they don't have to block, but they will block. And then we can potentially just kill them next turn. There we go. Pines, that's a good one. Yes, I will animate. And now I'm going to scale up. And the reason I use scale up is this is much more threatening, and I think they are more likely to block me now because I have such an easy way to kill them. And if I would play the Might and then attack, that's just 6, meaning that they are less inclined to block right now. And as you can see right this, I was trying to bait out, I was really trying to bait out the them blocking. Unfortunately, they don't fall for it, and I can't kill them now. So it's all about what they're going to top deck. They left 1 card on top, so it's possible that we just lose here. But I couldn't have played this otherwise. Lava Dart. That's probably lethal, right? Because they can do that again. And that's exactly 8. So I am dead. Unfortunate, but you saw how close this game was, and I think this is probably the worst matchup that we can get. But especially now in the game 3, you know, we saw how good Crusader was, and I think this is another reason why I like Fatal Pushes. I usually have 4 Fatal Push in the sideboard. I think you really need it. For like in this matchup, 1 more Fatal Push and we would have been able to cross over the finish line. So really felt the fact that I'm not playing the Fatal Pushes here. Alright, let's go to the second round. Okay, round 2, let's see what we're up against. This hand is, well, bad because it doesn't have a threat, so this is a easy mulligan. Hand's excellent, but no colored land, so mulligan. Guess I'm just gonna keep and feel pretty bad about it. You can see why I usually play 21 to 23 lands in my lists. Urborg, that's actually pretty good for us. So I'm just going to slam down my Ignoble. Yield. Let's see what we're up against. Just gonna yield through the turn. Probably remove. Just draw a bunch of cards. That's good. That's good for us. Okay. Blooded Agent can't cast that one, unfortunately. Just gonna chill. I'm not even gonna bother attacking here. Me having another Inkmoth Nexus is really nice, because that means I can just play it and attack with it. Slam in. I'm just going to assume that they will kill this. I will try and save it if they do that, but they do not. That is nice. Blackshaw. 1-2. Use coffers. 4. Khan. Depending on what they get, I don't care at all. They destroyed the Ignoble. I think I'm gonna. Okay, let's think. So I could just say whatever, and if I draw another pump spell, I can kill them. I could also save the Ignoble. That means I have more mana available, and then if I have another pump spell, I can still just kill them. So it's the same thing. But I can also use the Nurturing Peatland better, so I think I actually want to save this Ignoble. I'm just going to top deck another Scale Up and kill them. That would be nice. Man, I hate when people do that. It's just time consuming and it doesn't change anything. Sundering Titan. Okay. They will just be able to kill a swamp mine, that's it. So here I'm thinking what they could get that really just kills me. Ensnaring Bridge is very scary. I think we also have the Cityscape Leveler, but that's non-land, so I don't really care about that. Walking Ballista is probably game, because that's getting very big here. So I think the Khan is just... It's really, really bad for me right now. So I think I actually need them to not be able to use Khan. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to attack Khan. There we go. Ensure that they cannot get whatever they want. And now the question is, if I play my Blighted Agent, that means they can kill a swamp and forest/island. Now, luckily for me, I don't have a forest yet. So if I get Breeding Pool, they can only kill the Breeding Pool and one other land here. Well, my guess is they would take a Nexus. So I think I just have to slam down Agents and make him choose between me having Agent or lands. I think that's the best thing to do. So, let's play Breeding Pool. Yes, please. And play the Agents. This also means that killing them is cheaper. And if they want to use Sundering Titan, they have to tap out. So I can kill them fairly easily once I find a pump spell. Okay, that Field of Ruin was a good draw. Now we do play a forest. But however, they can kill the forest. So that's a downside. Yeah, we'll see. They exile all graveyards and they draw a card. Okay, that's really okay by me. And now they're Sundering Titan. Yeah, this is what I was hoping for. So they're probably going to destroy Breeding Pool and I guess one Nexus. So that you can kill the other Nexus with the Field of Ruin. That's my guess. They decide to destroy the Nurturing Peatland, and that is not... I don't think that's what you want to be doing, honestly. Nice. We found what the doctor ordered. So, boom. Kill them. Any pump spell here would have been good. Dead. They didn't even use the Khan, right? They didn't tick it up. So I think they made a small mistake there. Cool. So sideboarding, they just show me their hand, whatever. Don't really care. So Force of Vigors are excellent, and so are Spell Piercers. I don't think you want anything else. Crusader isn't that good in the matchup. The card I like the least is Rancor because it only gives +2, and well, it's mainly there to get through blockers, and that's not what we're after. We want to kill them as soon as possible. It also doesn't give them protection, so we really don't need that. I need 2 more things to cut, so I'm looking at Crusaders. They're a bit too slow, and they still die to black. So probably Crusader is the way to go. There's an Infect threat, so. Groundswells are also options because they are the worst pump spells, the most unreliable. In this matchup, they just have all removal spells, so I probably want to play Fearless Summers as well. Maybe I shouldn't play that many Force of Vigors. Probably better to play a few less. I can also play less Thoughtseize. Fearless Summer is just so good in the matchup, it really is. Maybe I should play none for... No, I think I'm going to trim down Crusaders, and then I guess want the Singleton Blossoming Defense. Yeah, I like this. Let's submit. Okay, I have the Crusader. I'm going to keep here. This is too good to mulligan. I have Vines to protect it, so really, really want to find Veil of Summer. That would be excellent. Mountain. Wow, my high. Swamp. Okay, Burn Catacombs. Pass. Gonna chill. They're gonna draw some cards. That's really okay. I think I'm just gonna get Overgrown Tomb here. I'm gonna play the Nexus now. Next turn I'm gonna play the Grave. And then I'm going to play Agent so I can protect it with Vines, assuming that it's going to die, but I want them to use their resources. I'm really hoping that they're going to kill Nexus right now. They're going to try. Maybe going to do it in my upkeep. Makes sense. Nope. So let's play this, and then this. If they kill Agent now and get rid of Nexus, that's a bit unfortunate, but I can't do nothing. They may just destroy it now, which is okay. Because that means I get to fetch up my forests. Untapping with this agent would be really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, Khan. Damnation, that's okay. 4 mana for removal spell. All fine. I want to play the lands that draw me cards. Tap like this, so I don't pay a life from the Nurturing Peatland. Not that that's very relevant, but... Okay, so untapping here again would be excellent. If they have more removal spells, so be it. I didn't find my Veil of Summer, so... Ball Coffers. Probably going to use it. Maybe not. They don't have a lot of. It just gives them. Give them 1 more mana, but they could also just tap the coffers. So here they're going to destroy this one. Going to pay green. I'm gonna say okay. Do I want to find the response? I don't think so. And if they don't kill it now, that means... Let's check. So I made a small mistake here. What I should have done is... I wasn't paying attention. Field of Ruin says non-basic lands. What I definitely should have done here is I should have actually not tapped the forests. The life reduction was less important than me having green as access to... they couldn't have destroyed the forest, so then I would have been able to play the vines. Small mistake on my end. Can't search libraries this turn, draw a card. Yeah, okay. Why would you keep that in against me? That's really not that good of a card. So I'm going to draw here. Ignoble. Not what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. Play it. So now I have protection for Inkmoth, and I have lethal as well, so that's pretty good. If they destroy Noble here, I'm not going to respond to that. Ignoble can die. So they're just looting. Yeah, Shadow of Doubt, that's not a card that you want against Infects. I have a couple of fetch lands, but that's it. Okay, so how many gazillion mana do you have? Engineered Explosives. Fine, don't care. I could also Force of Vigor this, if I really want to be cute about it, but I don't think I'm gonna. Yes, please. Animate. Probably gonna pop off Engineered Explosives right now. At least they should. Might. Spell Pierce, very good draw here. They should Engineer Explosive now, but my guess is that they would have already done this if they could. Whoa. We're getting stuff into... Yeah. So they're gonna for X is 8. That's... Yeah. Wow. Okay. Zero disrespect. Sorry, zero respect for Spell Pierce. Didn't even need it either. I'm just gonna might. They are dead. Boom. Excellent. That was fairly easy. Let's go to the next round. I'm on the play. Nice. That's always good. No threat. Mulligan. Yikes. Mulligan. Keep. Boom. Boom. Done. I would want to keep everything, but fortunately, I'm just going to start with the Thoughtseize. See what's up. I'm assuming that we're going to lose here. Oh, okay. Just playing against the exact same deck. Not the same deck. This is blue-black. But it does pretty much the same stuff. That's good against me. Let's play the pool, yes. And then play this. And the goal here is to get them to kill the Ignoble with the Thirst. And then hopefully slam down Agent. Then have the bait. Okay. And I'm not going to do anything because they can counterspell my Blood Agent. So I have to find a window here where I can squeeze in that Blood Agent and protect it from counterspell and the removal spell, which is not going to be easy. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to save the Ignoble, trying to bait out the counterspell. They did not take the bait. I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying my best, okay? That's all I can do. I'm gonna attack. Explosives, that's really okay. Spell Pierce would be a really good draw. That's not bad either. Let's just play it. At least it's one counter spell gone. Yes, that is perfect. They finally took the bait. So I know everything in their hand. I have to slam this down now. If they find a removal spell, sure. But this is the best window I'm ever gonna get. This is what I was hoping for. This is what I was hoping to bait out. So let's see if we can waddle through here. This one's probably from the hand, right? They played it. I think I missed that one. Anyway, it wasn't going to change the way I was going to play. Played a Misty. So one card I don't know about. Archmage. They draw 2 cards. That's fine. That's not fine. So be it. Let's just slam in. Another matchup where Veil of Summer is going to shine. I freaking love Veil of Summer. It's so good. I think it's heavily underplayed too. Sure, destroy what you want. Don't really care all that much. I guess they keep the Field of Ruin for when I find Inkmoth Nexus. I'm gonna keep this fetch for when they want to destroy a land. Okay. So this is fine because I can fetch up an island anyway. I'm not going to fetch up here because... Never mind, I definitely should fetch up. Okay, I think I was wrong about Watery Grave. It has proven to be quite important because now I'm able to play Agents and Crusader, so I guess I was wrong. Yeah, tap. Tap. Whew. I am saying nonsense a lot. Snapcaster. Probably play the Archmage, draw some cards. I'm just gonna draw one more card and then I'm gonna concede because I needed to draw threats here, and that's not what's happening. Yeah. Let's see what would have drawn. Nope, no threats, so wouldn't have mattered. Okay, so easy sideboarding here. Veil of Summer is excellent, and so is Spell Pierce. Boom, bring these in. You want Rancors in matchups where creatures are important. This is not one of those. And then let's think about it. Probably cut 1 Phyrexian Crusade. It's a bit slow, and I think I want to be fast. Boom, submit the deck. All this is excellent. Thought Teasers, Spell Pierce, and Veil of Summer, very reactive. Veil of Summer especially is going to be a house. Imagine I play a threat. They counterspell, I Veil of Summer. Nice. Veil of Summer just says, I stop whatever your deck is trying to do, and I draw a card. Can I keep this one? Can I keep this one? You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna keep. Pro tip: if you were playing a tournament, you should never keep this. I'm just keeping this to show you what you can potentially do, and let's see, let's see how this can potentially go very, very, very wrong. I'm just hoping that they go for Thoughtseize and stuff like that, and then I can punish them maximally, which they do not do. So I'm gonna play Ignoble Pass. 1 land here, and this is perfectly fine though. Kind of hoping that I would have, if I had drawn a land, this would have been perfect. Push, okay. But this is what I was hoping for. They would do turn 1. And it's interesting that they decided not to. I guess they knew that they were Veil of Summer. Or maybe they just top decked the Inquisition. That's also very possible. Inkmoth, excellent. I'm just gonna slam down. Never mind. I'm not gonna slam down. I'm just gonna pass. 1 more land, and if I can play this Agent and I have double Veil of Summer, that would be excellent. So, and they missed a land drop too. Ooh, okay. I like where this is going. Because if I draw a land, these Veil of Summers are going to do some work. Here they are. Boom! Blight it. Let's freaking go. And they have to respect this. Not gonna fetch because I have double groundswell, so each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature, so I can. It doesn't target, so I'm not gonna do anything with this Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore this. Veilosum doesn't work because Sheoldred's Edict does not target. So I'm not gonna fetch because I want to draw land so I can play this Phyrexian Crusader. Okay, I'm just gonna chill. You know, don't run into what they are gonna try and do. Currently everything is going according to plan, so again, Veilor Summer, you can see the power level of this Veilor Summer. This would have been an extremely difficult game if I didn't have those cards, but they just make it easy. Normally, what they would have done is their hand is... They must have something, right? They don't have lands. Their hand is filled with good stuff. So just realize that that is the case. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fetch up Overgrown Tomb because I just want to kill them. I'm going to scale up attack. I'm really hoping that they're going to try and destroy the Nexus. So the reason for playing it like this is that if I get to slam in, the fact that I have Groundswell only giving 2/2 is irrelevant because I'm going to deal 7, right? And that means that next turn I don't actually need the landfall to work. And at this point, if they would have counterspelled, I could have Veilor Summered. And if they would have, they only have 1 black, so they couldn't have double removal. If they had double removal, I would have played differently. But I think this is the best way to set it up because now next turn I can just animate Groundswell and kill them. I guess they just fire off a removal spell right now. I don't know, I'm not sure. That's also why I fetched, because I feel like I don't need the land anymore. March. I will just use Veil. Basically, you just don't want them to get rid of the noble. Found the land. And now what's really good here is... so do I want to play the fetch? I think I want to fetch in case I get to draw a card with Veilor Summer. I think the life total is irrelevant, so let's just get the Tomb. So I'm going to slam in. And now here I think we just win regardless, because if they use the counter spell, if they have like double counter spell, and I mean like double spell pierce and stuff like that, I can just use both Groundswells and have Veilor Summer up. And if they have removal spell here, I can just Veilor Summer. I think it showed, you know, my opening hand was was based purely on these double Veilor Summers, and they were just so important. Veilor Summer is so sick against this deck. It's so powerful. Because their hand, again, it was definitely filled with removal spells or counter magic. And Veilor Summer says, whatever, dude. I have Thoughtseize and I have a threat and scale up, so I'm gonna keep. Not terribly exciting, but not bad either. Yikes. Bad top decks. Or top decks, bad top deck. Just gonna look at the hand immediately. Let's see what's up. What's the best one? They're all pretty good. I want them to keep open mana. They currently can't play Charm. Oh, they don't have black mana. So I think I'm gonna take... Currently, with this hand, if I take a counter spell, they can't cast any card in their hand. So if we get lucky and they don't draw a land, we could just say, lol, what? Okay. I'm probably only going to play the Crusader when I'm able to protect it with Spell Pierce. I freaking love Spell Pierce. You can see why, right? Okay, so they have found the Charm. Just gonna get the Breeding Pool. Don't have to play around Blood Moon now. But the Spell Pierce, that's quite good. I'm gonna play Catacombs, and now I want to play it safely. What they're gonna try and do is at the end step, they are going to Archmage, and then I'm going to Spell Pierce that one. Let's hover over to it. I don't think so, my friend. I really have been missing Rens, though. If I had Ren in this matchup, that would have been excellent. Now I'm curious to see if they are going to Inquisition. They will. That's okay. They will take Crusader, but I'm... okay. I think where I'm probably going to end up, because I have felt there is some upside to the list here. So I've been liking some stuff, but I really don't like some other things. And I think I will end up with my next... another land. My next upgrade or update is probably going to be a mix between this build and my latest Sultai Ren list. I like some stuff. For example, the increased amount of spell pierces have felt really good. Yeah, I don't really care about Inquisition. But at this point specifically, if I had a Ren at any point, this was just game. I like that when you have an alternative game plan. Let's use this one straight away. I will play that one. If they push it, that's really okay. So many lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. So that's 50% of my lands gone. Swamp. They destroy the noble. Okay. I think if I find, like, Beta Summer at some point, then I think we are very, very live. Let's get my last land. Last land from the deck. Boom. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, wow. That's a good one. So now I just need to find a threat. And if nothing else, I'm going to be able to cycle this Vela Summer. I could also, if I'm really desperate in their instep, like right now, I could just fail. I guess they're now going to draw some cards. Good. I feel like I'm the control deck. Look at these lands. I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 more draw steps, and then I'm just going to concede. Snap. I guess Inquisition. Honestly, I don't care if they counter this. I don't have anything going on in my hand anyway. So take what you want. And they're going to push that one. Ah, this game is over. Let's go to the next one. Alright, round 4. This hand is okay. Nothing more. I'm on the draw, which is unfortunate, but so be it. I'm going to keep. Rancors really haven't done anything so far. I was surprised by Rancor. I can see Rancor when you're playing in a list that has Glistener Elves, but, I mean, Blood Rage being unblockable and Phyrexian Crusader, the main thing is that it's good against red and white, so... And Rancor is pretty awkward and on Inkmoth Nexus as well, so... I had my doubts about the card, and I have them still after playing this. Blood Crypts, okay. Ragavan. It's yield. I've been drawing so many lands, though. So maybe I shouldn't increase the land count in this list. I would assume that you would prepare for this. I mean, one of the first changes I would make is probably just cut the Rancors and swap them with Rens. I really love Ren. But then you would have to increase the land count for sure. Maybe with 1 card. Dorothy, okay. Should have been responsed fetched, but whatever. Doesn't really matter all that much. Thoughtseize. I guess it's not bad. I could also... Yeah, I'm going to Thoughtseize now. Yikes. Fury. So what's gonna happen here? They are gonna, at some point, Fury pitching Fury. And they're gonna feign death it. So I think I need to definitely take Terminate or Fury. If I pitch Fury on Fury, that's fine. So I think I'm gonna take the... Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Terminate. What's gonna happen next turn is I will play the agents. And they will try and Fury it. And feign death their own Fury. Then I'm going to try and untap and survive. It's going to be difficult because this double striker, it deals a lot of damage. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. I'm kind of hoping that they play Fury now. Makes sense because I'm just dead next turn, so I could see why they would want to do that. That's what they're thinking about, and then I'm going to show you a neat trick. Okay, cool, let's do this. So, Fury pitching, I guess, Fury. Yep. Divide some damage. Evoke. In response to you trying to feign death it, I will fetch. Let's see. I'm going to get a forest here. And you can actually Vines Fury, and that means that feign death fizzles. Shoom, and that means they just threw away 3 cards. Lovely. Doesn't mean I win, but I mean, man's gonna do what a man's gonna do. So 3, 4, 5. Shields are down. I'm just gonna play agents. I'm gonna put a Rancor on it immediately because whatever. I need to draw a pump spell and then I can still kill them. 1 card on hand I don't know about. If it's removal, I'm just dead. Kill me. Okay, they pitched Fury, so that's a 3rd Fury. This is why you want Phyrexian Crusader. Okay, let's go to the next one. Veiler Summers in. Fatal Bushes in. That's pretty much it. I don't really like Spell Pierce all that much in the matchup. Groundswell's out for sure. Thoughts is okay. Maybe I'd rather have Spell Pierce than Thoughtseize though, because these decks do kill pretty fast. Yeah, man, I don't feel this Rancor. Maybe I even want to have Thoughtseize? Like, why would I want Rancor? They can't block Nexus. Phyrexian Crusader is just first strike anyway. Can only be blocked by the... What's the name? The Void Walker. So, I never want this Rancor. That has been very clear to me. Okay, I want to play first. Yeah, mana issues, Mulligan. Yeah, I'm gonna keep and feel bad about it. No threat here. No threat. Ren is also a threat, which is another reason why I really like the card. It's protection and a threat, which is kind of everything you want from the Infect side. Thoughtseize. Okay. They take Vines, protection spell. That probably means they have removal. I'm just going to slam in with Ignoble because why not? Drawing Spell Pierce here. So this is another one this is the other way around. I really liked Spell Pierce. I also like the Fatal Push in the sideboard. Thoughtseize does work better now with our main plan, so I do like the Fatal Push in the sideboard. I'm not gonna fetch. I think I will just play this one. And again, imagine if I had Ren right now. Just game, right? The main reason why I like Ren as well, just people don't play Planeswalker removal or stuff like that against Infects. And especially if you're playing more Spell Pierces, that's just excellent. So At least I'm happy to know that the main conclusions that I had in the beginning before the video started are most of them are coming true. Although I should note that Watery Grave has surprised me. That has been a good addition. Of course, when you're playing Ren, I mean, mana issues are very often not a problem anymore, which is the main reason why I started playing it in Sultai. Engineered explosives. You can kill Ignoble. Sure. Do not care. So I guess I get... Do I ever want double blue? I have double green already, so maybe I should get the grave. Although I have double black, triple green, one blue, that probably makes sense. Ignoble. Sure. Was that explosives worth it? Explosives is really not that good against Sultai Infect specifically. Blood Crypt tapped, that probably means they have nothing going on. Okay. Hello, my friend. I have been waiting for you. I'm gonna play Crusader. Because I want to have spell pierce up in case they terminate end of turn. Would prefer to have Velar Summer, but man, you can't have it all, right? You can't have it all. And I can fatal push whatever they try to do. They didn't. Okay, I was hoping for Velar Summer. I'm just gonna slam in, chill, see what's up. They must have something in hand. Although not using at the end of turn is surprising, to say the least. This guard spell would be unfortunate, but this is the main. Okay, so this is not going to work. So what happened, for people who don't know what's going on, Fatal Push, they cast it for destroy target creature that has mana value 2 or less, but Revolt has not been triggered because they don't have a permanent that left the battlefield this turn. So they really screwed up here. So this is why I wasn't even bothered by this. I guess that's a mistake on the... what does that mean? I guess that means I don't have anything left. I should go for it here. I mean, them playing it like that, not doing anything else, to me this signals that they have a very poor hand or they have red removal spells. I think I just need to try and kill them here. If they do, if this was the ultimate bait, I mean, kudos to you, but also my hand's not improving longer this game goes on, so they just concede. Nice. Phyrexian Crusader does it again. Do I want to change anything? I probably want to have another Thoughtseize and I can just get rid of this Rancor. It's been it's been so awkward. Submit the deck. Have I kept in the Rancors in any matchup so far? I don't remember. Anyway. Oh man, this sucks. This hand is perfect. Feels really bad to have to mulligan this one away. I mean, I guess I'll keep. Blossoming seems to be the worst one here. Kind of hoping they go for Ragavan or something like that turn 1. Just not discard, because Velar Summer, it's just so good. Grief. That's a bad sign. Because they will probably just reanimate it. I say reanimate, but you know what I mean, right? So the death thing that it comes back. And if they do, imagine if this was like, if I was on the play a land, pass. Now, luckily for me, they probably take the Velar Summer, and next they have to take the Fatal Push. Otherwise, I can just kill the Grief, and then the combination of them reanimating it immediately doesn't make sense. Or the other way around, same thing. They will now take Velar Summer. Called it. Just gonna play the ignoble. Shields are down, so they know what's up. This is why I really think you should play 3 or even 4 Fatal Push in total, even if it's in the sideboard. I really think that sometimes your opponents, you know, they rely on stuff like this. Ouch. So I am just gonna slam down my land here, because if I play Nexus, it really doesn't change my clock at all. I just want to trim down my deck from land so I can potentially find Fatal Push. I only have 1 more in the deck though, so it's pretty unlikely, but... Okay, that's a good start. Let's play Crusader and pass. So now 1 pump spell away from killing them. This is why I also fetched up the Overgrown Doom, by the way. I really wanted to have green. So if I do draw a pump spell, like Vines, for instance, I really need to have triple green. So if I had Scale Up and Vines, I would have still won. So this is why I wouldn't get Watery Grave at this point. And maybe... if I don't draw a pump spell... if I draw a pump spell, I'm definitely going to go for it, because I have to. If I don't, it's not game over yet, though, because I can animate and double block this Grief. That's a good one. That's probably game. Yep. So what I would have done otherwise is I would have here just animated both. I could have blocked Grief, and that would have been the first strike would have made it a 2-1, and then they could have killed either Crusader or Nexus, but not both. All right, last round. I do want to point out that the rounds we lost were all 2-1s, and they felt very close each and every time. So I have to mulligan this hand, even though I really want to keep it, but just take a look at this. I'm only going to be able to produce blue and green mana with this, and Phyrexian Crusader is nowhere near resolving. We need to top deck 2 lands in a row, and that's just not going to happen. So lots of mulligans here in this league. That is something that can happen, but I do think this has to do with consistency issues. Which is something that I've also always been afraid of when you're playing Sultai. To me, it felt like the best of all things Infect. But the combination of Crusader and Blooded Agent, and especially Crusader being double black, does make it difficult sometimes. And we've seen this throughout this league, and that's why I've actually never been a fan of Sultai before, until Ren got printed, because I do think that that solves a lot of your mana problems. Alright, turn 2 Crusader. That should be good enough. Do I want to get Watery Grave here? I have double green already. I don't think so. I'm just going to get the Tomb. Let's see if they have black removal. Probably just going to slam in with Dorothy. And if I find a pump spell, I should probably just go for it. Or maybe just use 1 pump spell and chill. I could also do that. I can safely block Ragavan for a turn with Inkmoth and just kill them afterwards. I think that's the better play. Slam in. Okay, so I'm going to block Ragavan with Inkmoth Nexus here, if I can. I have Vines, so I just need to slam in now with Crusader. So you know me, I'm usually a very safe player. I don't want to walk straight into black removal spells here. I know the odds of them having it are low, but you should make the best use of your protection spells, in my opinion. And I will block Ragavan because they could top deck Thoughtseize. I don't want them to do that. So let's animate. Kill the monkey. There we go. Now, I think if they would play Blood Moon here, that would be funny, because with that basic forest, I can actually win through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fury. Yeah, you're dead. Just everything on Noble. Ah, yes, winning through a Fury. There's just not a feeling in the world that really compares. Get wrecked. A lot of very, very tough matchups in this league too. So Veils pushes. Yeah, man. I mean, this Rancor, get out of here, dude. I never want to see you. I think I'm gonna play like this. I like protection spells. Groundswell is the worst. Pump spell. It's reliable. Or it depends on you having a land that you can put into play. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. I do like Groundswell. I would never play more than 2, and historically that has just never been a thing. You could also play Endurances in these lists, by the way. I usually bring in more often, but I think in a list where you have only 20 lands, increasing the 3-drop amount in your deck will be punishing. Alright, so this could potentially be very good. Let's see if we can make the best use of this Veda Summer. Blood Crypt. Ragavan. Called it. I think I'm going to get a Tomb, play the Noble, pass. My assumption is that this Noble will die, but so be it. If it doesn't, sometimes they actually keep it. Very often in this matchup, it's funny that Veda Summer is better when you're on the play by far in your opening hand, but on the draw, very often you wanna get it later. Oh wow. Oh wow, I was not expecting that at all. See, this is bad. This is what I was afraid of. And them finding exactly Thoughtseize with Ragavan, it blows. So what I was saying is, let's imagine that they didn't find the Thoughtseize because they didn't know that they were going to find that one exactly right. So why would they take... I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Okay, now it does. I was about to say that it doesn't make sense to me that they would take Blighted Agent since I had another one. But if they had another Thoughtseize, then of course it does make sense. It does make a lot of sense. Yeah, let's just pass. I think I'm going to kill this Ragavan. It may seem weird, but I don't have anything going on anyway. Fatal Push. Huh. What I'm going to Spell Pierce. So what they're going to do is they're going to pay, and then they're going to slam it with Ragavan, and then I'm going to kill Ragavan. I think if I want to win here, I need to top deck Phyrexian Crusader. I don't think this Nexus is going to get the job done. And it's very possible that they don't have anything else going on. They don't attack with Ragavan. See, that's what I mean. It's so important. Okay, so not the best draw here. Now, let's just slam in, because them having mana means they will just very easily be able to bolt Inkmoth or push it in response to them attacking with Ragaboy. I think I am going to... If they play it, I don't care. I actually think they shouldn't play it. It just taps out of their mana, and they are never gonna kill me with infect damage anyway. But you know, people do it because it's funny. I get that, but I don't think it's correct because you tap out. Let's see, another land. Not gonna win like that. Okay, let's slam in. Let's see if they have a removal spell. If they have one, they probably use it now or at the end of turn. They don't know about these two. Yep, that's game. Alright. So let's play a couple of these endurances. I think we're going to trim down one spell pierce, one blossoming, and one scale up. And submit. One well-timed end of turn endurance is sometimes just you win the game. Yeah, it's a keep. So I will get a trop. Wow. A tropical island. This is modern. This is modern. I played Legacy yesterday the entire day, so forgive me. Okay. Yield through the turn. And if they Thoughtseize me here, I really don't care what they take, because if they take Bladder Agent, I can play the other one and have Vines to protect it. If they take Endurance, I have double Bladder Agents. Yeah, that's the best thing that they could have had, of course. But depending on what they pick now, if they feign death this one, I could actually Endurance it. Okay, they take the Endurance, and now they do it again. But I still have Bladder Agent. I'm surprised by this choice. Them taking an Agent while I have another one. I would have guessed that they would have picked Vines, so I guess that means they have a lot of removal spells. Or just Thoughtseize, that's also possible. Not the end of the world, though. Because this Fatal Push is very good indeed, and they have to take Vines, because otherwise I can just kill them out of nowhere. But I'm not unhappy with this, the way this is going. And this shows again why I really like the Fatal Push. Because if I kill this Fatal Push here, suddenly it's looking good for me. Another card that I really miss, that I really love, is Shapeless Sanctuary. Fetch. Fetch would be good, yeah. Let's do it. No. Kill this. So we saw this earlier in the league, right? Where you can actually Fatal Push whatever you want. And it only dies if it has a CMC of 2 or less. Except if you have Revolts. So I needed to be able to fetch first in order for me to have Revolt. And again, imagine if I had Ren here. So they wait for the draw step. That's really okay. Okay, so they wait for the draw step in order to be able to Colligan's command now. So I really understand why you would do this, because you want to make me discard a card. This is a very bad play against Infect. Because imagine if I had drawn Vines of Bastwood. In response, I just Vines Agents. This is a really bad play. Now, with me having drawn a land, it's very irrelevant, but this is very, very, very wrong indeed. I get it. Against most decks, you want to play it like this, but not against Infect. Okay, still have a threat, so that's okay. Let's slam in. Or imagine if I had drawn Veil of Summer, right? Oh, sure. It doesn't work. I also draw another card. Pyromos. Okay, pump spell, please. Ragavan and Dorothy Voidwalker. Fetch. I can't wait. The longer this game goes on, the worse it becomes for me. So, not the best of luck with my draw steps. But so be it. What you don't want to do is you want to expose the forest here. You want to chill. And they should respect the fact that I have protection spells. So hopefully they found discard or Thoughtseize, stuff like that. It's nice that I have the forests. I mean, Blood Moon still kills me because I have Inkmoth Nexus, but... So if I have a pump spell, I'm just going to go for it. I think I have to. So this is an interesting one. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna take 7 damage next turn. So if I Thoughtseize, I'm gonna go to 6. Then I know their hand, but they can just kill me. I could block this one with Ignoble and take 5, but that means that if I need a pump spell or I just lose. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to Thoughtseize here. It's gonna be all about whether or not they draw a removal spell, or if I draw a protection spell. That's gonna be it. So, yeah, that Thoughtseize. That's pretty damn awkward. Okay, yeah, let's see. Top deck mode it is. Alright, my friend. Did you find the removal spell? Because I didn't find anything relevant. How about you? So let's not block. Go to 1. It's possible that they didn't have anything and they just wanted to bait out. Yeah, exactly right. So this is a smart play by them. They just wanted to bait out me blocking. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not a fool, and not Thoughtseizing here was relevant. Okay, finishing thoughts, and I think this is going to be an important part for this video specifically. So, let's go back to what I started with. I wasn't convinced about Rancors, and this is the first card I would cut. So if I would have to make some changes, boom, I would just cut all of these Thoughtseizes, and the first thing I would do is probably pop in 4 Wrens. That's it. Then I think I would probably, let's see, what else should we do? I'd probably cut 1 Thoughtseize and play another land. I could also see myself maybe cutting the Blossoming Defense or Groundswells and then playing Wren instead. Because keep in mind that Wren is also a threat. Sideboard, Emrakul out, and that's probably just a 3rd fail push. And I think that's my starting point. That's what I'm probably going to maybe my next video. Although I have made a couple of Sultais now with my latest videos. Anyway, that's my current thoughts. Really didn't like the Rancors. I thought it were very poor. So that's the main thing. Otherwise, things that I really loved was Watery Grave. It has surprised me. It has been more versatile than I really expected it to be. 20 lands. You saw that I sometimes had mana issues, so that's I think you should play at least 21, even though this is a list that, you play 8 nobles, so maybe it was just a bit unlucky as well. But that were my main ideas. Alright, thanks all for watching. I hope to see you for the next video as well. Cheers, bye!